Okay.
Hey, Facebook Live. I'm Kerry McCoy, and this is Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy radio show. We're doing a little live Facebook to show kind of behind the scenes. We've got about 3 minutes till we'll go on the air at 88.3 FM in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's raining here in Little Rock, and my hair is really flat. But that's okay, because it's radio. But you on Facebook, I just want to let you know why my hair looks like this. It's raining. We had a big thunderstorm. It's no longer April showers, it's now May showers. We had a flash flood yesterday too, didn't we? Or the day before, I can't remember. But anyway, today this show is called Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy, and we always have on a guest who's successful, and we get up in her or his business, and we find out why they're successful, how we can be successful with their information. It's kind of a cross between educational and a biography about the guest. And my guest today is Arnessa Bennett from the Arnessa Bennett
Business and Professional Institute.
Business and Professional Institute. I think I called it something else. Arnessa.
That's all right.
I think I called it, hold on, Arnessa Bennett Personal and Professional Development Institute. Which one is it?
That's it.
Oh, okay, there we go. And she's in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And you're not going to believe it. Can I tell me how old you are?
I will be 59 in November.
Girl, I'm telling you, she looks like she's 30 years old.
Thank you.
I swear, you should have heard us talking a minute ago. And so, you know, that saying, black don't crack, she's walking proof. That is absolutely true. She's absolutely gorgeous and flawless. And she's almost 60 years old. Oh, my Lord.
I'm preparing for my 60s. I'm going to tell you about that in the show.
Oh, good. Well, she's a motivational speaker. And look at her. She's obviously living the high life. She's got more dadgum degrees in theology and stuff. Why are you not a preacher? Don't answer.
A lot of people are asking me that.
Because she's a sinner.
No.
Listen, the only reason you go to church is because you're a sinner. Everybody in there sinning, trying to get relief.
Right, trying to get well.
Trying to get well.
Like a hospital for people who need some help.
A hospital for people who need help. So those are the kind of tips we're going to get today from Arnessa about how to be your very best self. She feels like she has really found her calling by founding this business that helps people. She's a life coach, motivational speaker, and an entrepreneur. And she feels like she's really found her calling. She also used to have a radio show, TV show called Arnessa
And Company.
Arnessa and Company.
I like company. No,
All
growing
right,
up,
you got
my parents
15
always said,
seconds.
we have company coming.
13, 12.
Okay, we're going in, Facebook. I'll come back to you in a little while.
Welcome to Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy, a production of flagandbanner.com. Stay tuned to hear how you can get a copy of this program and other helpful documents. And now it's time for Kerry McCoy to get all up in your business.
Thank you, Tim. Like Tim said, I'm Kerry McCoy, and it's time for me to get up in your business. Before we start, I want to introduce the people at the table. We have, who you just heard from, Tim Bowen, our technician, who will be managing the board and taking your calls. Say hello, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
And recording our show to make a podcast available next week is our technician, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse.
No problem.
If right now you're sitting at your computer, you might want to watch us live on flagandbanner.com's Facebook page. It's kind of fun to see what goes on behind the scenes, and at the breaks, it's kind of like reality radio. It really is reality radio. This show, Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy, began with entrepreneurs in mind, a platform for me, a small business owner, and a guest to pay forward our experiential knowledge in a conversational way. As with all new endeavors, it's had some unexpected outcomes, like behind each of my successful guests is the heart of a teacher. Because we're all inspired by everyday people's American-made stories, this show has had a wide appeal to everyone, not just business owners. And last is that business in and itself is creative. My guest, Miss Arnessa Bennett, is a creative entrepreneur whose business model is to motivate and teach us how to live a life of abundance through her company, Arnessa Bennett's Personal and Professional Development Institute. If you're just tuning in for the first time, you may be asking yourself, what's this lady's story and why does she have a radio show? Well, Tim is here to tell you.
Thank you, Kerry. Over 40 years ago, and with only $400, Kerry McCoy founded Arkansas Flag and Banner. During the last 4 decades, the business has grown and changed dramatically, from door-to-door sales to telemarketing to mail order and catalog sales, and now Flag and Banner relies heavily on the internet, including our newest feature, live chatting. Each decade required a change in sales strategy and procedures. Her business and leadership knowledge grew with time and experience, as well as the confidence to branch out into multimedia marketing that began with our nonprofit Dreamland Ballroom, as well as our in-house publication, Brave Magazine, and this very radio show you're listening to now. Each week on this show, you will hear candid conversations between her and our guests about real-world experiences on a variety of businesses and topics that we hope you'll find interesting and inspiring. What I find encouraging in Kerry's story is that hard work really does pay off. Did you know that for 9 years, while starting Flag and Banner, she supplemented her income with many part-time jobs? That just goes to show that persistence and perseverance will prevail. Today, Flag and Banner has 10 departments and I have 25 co-workers, thus reminding us all that small businesses really are the fuel of our country's economic engine and that they empower people's lives. If you would like to ask Kerry a question or share your story, you can send an email to questions@upyourbusiness.org.
Thank you, Tim. My guest today is a life coach, motivational speaker, and talk show host, Miss Arnessa Bennett. For 18 years, Arnessa hosted a cable TV show called Arnessa and Company. During this time, she also founded Arnessa Bennett Personal and Professional Development Institute in North Rock, Arkansas. It's a nonprofit 501c3 that says it is committed to being a change agent in helping to better the lives of youths and adults. What makes Arnessa qualified for such a big task? She has an associate degree in theology, a bachelor's degree in religious arts, and a master's of divinity. Plus, she just plain old loves it and believes empowering others is her life calling. For 25 years, she has been helping people be the best they can be in both their personal and professional life. She says, when you finally get how powerful you and your mind truly are and declare, claim, and decide to own it, then you will see your desires in life begin to manifest. It is a pleasure to welcome to the table the inspiring Miss Arnessa Bennett.
It is a pleasure to be here. I mean, I just love your energy of your group.
Aren't they great?
They are.
I know, it's a lot of people in this room. If you're on Facebook, you know that because you can see everybody walking around. The term life coach was probably not even around when you started empowering people. What did you call yourself?
Always a motivational speaker because people were telling me, you motivated me. You made me think about some things. Because I'm a question asker. I like to ask questions because I think everybody has a story. And sometimes no one ever asks them their story. So when you ask them their story, they start glowing, you know it was needed.
That is so true. Nobody ever listens. So you just listen. You're just a good listener.
I'm a good listener. Because when I was growing up, back in the 60s, when my grandmother and her friends would get together, as long as you were quiet, you could stay in the room. So I was always quiet and I listened. And I think that's why I'm so wise now, because they were some wise ladies. So I got to hear all these different things that was going on. So now it's the same thing happening over and over, just a different situation.
Yeah, because humans are humans.
They're human.
Forever and ever. Do you have a favorite story that your grandmother? You don't have to tell me. From the looks of your education, I would have thought you'd become a preacher.
Well, I think that's something I'm running from. But usually when I do my motivational talks, people go like, where do you preach? So I'm like, well, I'm not a preacher. I'm a motivational speaker. They say, you motivated me, but you were preaching too, sister.
Why are you running from that?
I think it will happen in time.
You did? Why are you running? Why do you need to run? I mean, you started off doing that. You're a master of divinity.
Yes. It will happen in time.
Were your parents very religious?
Oh yeah, we grew up in the church. We
So-
grew up. But you know what? I've always been in the church, but I didn't start walking the walk until when I was married. I was 20. I got married when I was 20, and I got pregnant when I was 22. I was pregnant with my son, and I went to one of my regular checkups. The doctor said, "Next time when you come, bring your husband with you." I'm like, "He never comes with me," but okay. So we went to the next appointment. He says, "I need to tell you, Arnessa, you have cancer." I'm like, "I have cancer, and I'm pregnant." I'm like, "Where's the cancer?" He said, in your uterus." I'm like, "Isn't that where I hold the baby?" He says, "Yes." I said, "Okay, how does this work? I'm pregnant and I have cancer." And he says, "Yes." He said, you're gonna have the baby. We're gonna keep monitoring you, but first we're gonna focus on the baby." I'm like, "Yes, this is gonna be my only child." So my husband and I, we kept it between our parents. We didn't let a lot of people know. Because back in the 80s, my son was born in 82. If you had cancer, it was like, you're gone.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to stay focused. And what I did, I stayed focused on, I'm gonna have this baby, and I'm gonna get rid of the cancer. I'm gonna have this baby, and I'm gonna get rid of the cancer. And so I had my son, and he was in good shape. And so then after that, they were trying to decide how they were gonna do the cancer. I was able to have surgery. They were able to get the cancer because it stayed, I don't know if it was because I was pregnant, but it stayed in one area. So I had a partial hysterectomy, and because they didn't want to do a complete hysterectomy because I was only 22 years old, so I would have had to take hormones all my life. So I was able to get rid of the cancer, and that's when I realized it wasn't just going to church, it was having a relationship.
That's when you really began to use what you had been given all of
my life.
Don't you feel sorry for people that aren't getting that option?
But it made me look at life different. I think that's why I'm a motivational speaker, because I feel that who has time to be sad? We all go through stuff, but I think it took something like that, knowing that it was a possibility. If I hadn't caught that, I could have been gone. So I felt the reason why I'm here is to motivate and inspire people to live their best life. No matter what's going on, it happens, things happen. Give yourself a few minutes to get upset and cry, whatever you do, but then you're still breathing. So go on with your life.
It's like you feel like you were maybe saved.
I think so. I really do.
Saved with a purpose.
Saved with a purpose.
It's a great story. How old's your son?
He is 36, and I have a grandson who's 7. Matter of fact, this morning he goes to East End, and I was at his school this morning, and he's just as happy as he could be. Yes. Oh.
You are the youngest looking 59-year-old. Everybody in the room is in shock at how young. Nobody can believe it. I thought maybe she's 40.
Really?
Yes. And Jesse thought you were in your 30s. You're beautiful.
Well, thank you.
So everybody on Facebook, you're lucky to get to see this beautiful woman. So what do your parents do? And then we'll take it back.
Okay, my mother was a LPN, and my father was in the military. So I was born here in Arkansas, but then we traveled, then we came back here to Arkansas. I've had opportunities to leave. I left once and ended up coming back. It's something about Arkansas, I feel at home here.
It's in the blood, doesn't it?
Yes,
It's kind of a kept story. It's kind of secret.
Yeah, it's a good place to raise a family, but I do travel a lot, but this is my home base.
Yeah, I read on your website that you've been to Dubai.
Yes.
You did a motivational speech in Dubai. I can't wait to hear about that.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Save it.
Okay.
Save it. Save it. I met you at the Salvation Army luncheon. You introduced me as a guest speaker. Are you a volunteer there?
I am a volunteer, and I'm the president of the Women's Auxiliary
For the Salvation Army?
for the Salvation Army. Yes.
Why? Why the Salvation Army?
Well, my husband was on the board, And he was telling me, he said, this is something that would be right up your alley. And I'm like, oh, I got so much going on. And then a year or so passed, and I went to an event with him. And the lady said, yeah, we've been trying to get you. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to start coming to the meetings. I started going to the meetings, and next thing I know, they said, with all your abilities, we want you to be our president. I'm like, are you sure? I don't know enough about this. It's like, you're a go-getter. You can get some things done. And they voted me in as the president, so I just finished my first year, and I have one more year.
It's mostly, I noticed, older white women.
Yes.
You are the youngest, darkest person.
You know, and I learned this year that it's only been integrated just, I would say, maybe 7 or 8 years.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
But pretty soon they're going to start letting men in. There weren't any men there.
Well, no, because this is really what we do is raise money to help the Salvation Army. We have 3 major fundraisers that we do, and it's just to help and promote what they're doing.
It's a great organization.
It really is, and we have one lady that's 93 years old. You met her.
I know her.
She can run circles around
Is
us.
it Mary? Is that Mary?
Mary Fine.
Mary Fine.
Oh,
she's
I
remarkable.
love Mary Fine.
She's remarkable.
She is, and when you get an opportunity to listen to her story, she is a pace setter, and she is one of those people who did things that normal people didn't do.
She did things with women in World War II. She was a whacker.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad she's still going down there. We're going to go to a break, but what is the mission of the Salvation Army?
We are a Christian organization that promotes and helps people that cannot help themselves.
Well, I tell you, when I was down there, I felt so honored to be there, and I felt like that there's not enough, just not enough praise that can be made by the Salvation Army. And I never passed one of those buckets without putting money in it.
Good.
Nobody else should either.
Because you may see me ring. I rung the bell last year and had a great time.
It's a very old sort of organization.
It really is. It's all over the world.
It's just wonderful. It's like the Red Cross. People need to really, it's kind of old school, so people don't think about it, but it's been doing a good thing for a
Well,
long
it's
time.
it's an army. It's like a real Salvation Army is a real army.
Really?
Yes. And they're all over the world.
This is a great place to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with entrepreneur, life coach, and inspirational speaker, Ms. Arnessa Bennett from the Arnessa Bennett Personal and Professional Development Institute in North Little Rock, Arkansas. We'll get her tips for free on today's show on how to live the life you were meant to be. And at the bottom of the hour, we'll be taking calls for this radio show, 88.3 FM, KABF, the voice of the people. So listen and get your questions ready.
You're listening to Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy, a production of flagandbanner.com. If you miss any part of this show and want to learn more about Up in Your Business, go to flagandbanner.com and click on Radio Show. Or you can subscribe through your favorite podcast application. We are everywhere. We'll be right back.
Tim, you want my water?
Yeah, my throat just like...
Facebook, we're gonna keep Facebook going, right? I hope I'm gonna turn that microphone. Oh, there we go.
got it, girl.
Oh, she's got
I'm
it.
getting it all situated.
So Arnessa's fabulous. I love your story. Your story's so good. What a story.
Which one?
The one where you had your baby and you had cancer. I mean,
Yes.
strife builds character, y'all.
Yes, it really does.
It really does. When you go through something like that, you're like, okay, I've been spared. I'm alive. What am I supposed to do?
Because what I did say, I had several girlfriends that died because they wouldn't go get checkups.
You should have said that.
Well, I didn't want to start crying.
Aw, I'm gonna bust you out when we go back.
But yeah, I mean,
It's okay. Everybody heard it right here.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so important to get your checkups. Women, we got to get our pap smears. It's so important. And some people will not go, I mean, even with a copay, sometimes they will not go to the doctor.
I'm pretty bad. If it's not cosmetic, I'm not going to the doctor.
Oh my God.
I won't even go to the dentist. Isn't that
Now, we're not going to
terrible?
talk about cosmetic surgery because if someone came in this store and said, Arnessa, if you want a tummy tuck for free,
Go.
that's
Practice
not
what you
good.
preach. Are we
Yeah.
ready? Hey, we're going back in. You're listening to Up in Your Business with me, Kerry McCoy. I'm speaking today with Miss Arnessa Bennett, entrepreneur, life coach, and motivational speaker, who went from helping those in Arkansas to somehow helping those far away as Dubai. We're going to find out about that. Yep, you heard me right. I don't know how that story came about, but we're going to find out all about it. So at the break, if you were on Facebook, you heard all of this. But if you were not on Facebook, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to bust her out. She's going to do a little preaching to everybody about how she survived cancer, bore a beautiful son, and wishes that all women would take good health care and take care of themselves and be sure to go to the doctor for all their.
Early detection is very important. That's why I'm here. Women have to go and get their yearly pap smears. You get to a certain age, you have to get your mammogram. But it is so important to get checked out. You would be surprised the women who don't go get checked out until something is really wrong.
Too far gone.
Too far gone.
And she also said during the time that she was fighting her cancer battle, she lost a few friends to the same type of cancer. I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, I don't know if it was the same type, but it was cancer.
Yeah, we've come a long way in cancer research since the 1980s. So, Arnessa, you say about yourself, you're adamant about helping men and women to overcome their doubts, shift their mindset, beliefs, and find their true clarity so that they too can embrace and attain the new definition of their best self and life. In that statement, you say they too, like you have already done it. Is this kind of what happened to you?
Yes, I think sometimes we have to go back to what we were told when we were younger. A lot of people were told that you're not smart, and it could be because they weren't good at taking tests.
And that's all.
And that was it. You're smart, but there's certain ways. I'm a visual person. I mean, I can remember what I see. So I learned that I had to write it out. But now, if someone that was growing up and no one ever showed them maybe other ways to do things, they could go through their whole life and think, I'm not as smart, I'm not going to be able to go to college, I'll never be able to do management or, whatever. And you have to go back and decide. It doesn't matter what people say. If there's something in you that you want to do, go for it.
And recognize what you're good at.
Recognize what you're good at.
Don't try to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Right.
And a lot of children or young people you've got to go to school. But not everybody's good at school. And it's not, it's not the end all, the end all.
Because
you can take a test.
Right. And my thing is, maybe you don't want to go to college. Get certified in something. Find out what it is that you like. And if you get certifications, you don't have to go the 4 years. And you don't have to take these things that you're never going to use. A lot of my friends, they're educated, they got the degree, and they're not even doing what that degree is.
Oh, most of them.
They're doing
Most
something
of them.
totally different.
They don't even know what they want to be when they get out of high school.
Exactly.
So when should people come see you? When they're young to help figure that out, or when they're older and they're having their midlife crisis? When do most people come see you?
I have all ages that I've worked with. I have some people that I've worked with that are from Arkansas. They had the degree, they were working, and they weren't making any money. And they were like, I gotta leave Arkansas. Okay, I coached them through that. One of the ladies, she wanted to move to New York. And I asked her, I said, do you know anyone that lives in New York? She says, well, I have a couple of ladies I've met at different events I go to, and they're like, if you ever go to New York, call me. I was like, call them. I said, how many? She said, I have 4 ladies. I said, call each of the ladies and ask them if a friend and you can stay at their house for like 2 or 3 days. We went to New York. On the, I think it was the second lady that we stayed with, she saw how serious the young lady was about moving to New York, she says, I'm going to give you an opportunity to stay here rent-free for 3 months to, find a job and find an apartment. And she did it. And now, speeding time up, it's been over 10 years she's been there. She had the ideal job. She's married. She got the 2 kids. And now she's ready to get out of corporate. So
She back coaching?
I've been coaching her through the whole time.
She just needed somebody to believe in her and to kind of tell her to take that leap of faith and pick up the phone and call somebody.
Well, and you know what? It gets to the point where the decision that you're trying to make, life will help you make that decision. And so that's what she's working on now.
But you have to start the ball rolling.
You have to.
You can't sit on the couch or sit in your house and think, boy, I sure would like to move to New York.
Mm-hmm.
I wish one of those 4 people would call me. A lot of times at Arkansas Flag and Banner will say, well, let's ask Bill Clinton to come break. And everybody will go, Bill Clinton's not going to be. And I'll say, well, he's sure not if I don't ask him.
Right. We have not because we ask not. And I believe in asking. Like when I go to a hotel, like, can I get a free upgrade? If they have the
Oh
rooms
my God, I'm
available,
doing that.
if they have the rooms available, they'll do it.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that was worth this radio show right there, because I'm always in hotels.
It's all about your attitude. You go up there friendly and talking to them, and they just say, can I get a free upgrade? Yeah, I have a room. And usually, sometimes.
So what's the first thing when somebody comes to you and says, I need help? What's the first thing you do? Do they take like a personality test?
Well, I do have a form that they fill out. But the first thing I ask them, are they ready to do the work? Most people aren't ready to do the work.
That's just
Because I don't think people have been taught. We go to a corporation or a job, and you're going to know everything about that job. Their vision statement, their mission, and you're going to have rules and regulations that you follow. But when it comes to your life, you don't have a clue. I'll ask questions, and most of the time they're like, I don't know. And then I'll tell them, it's somebody that I need to introduce you to. And they're like, who is it? I said, yourself. There's some things that you don't even know about yourself. And that's where it starts. You got to find out about yourself. What you like, what you don't like. Where you want to go, where you don't want to go.
So you're intuitive when you start to talk to them.
Yes.
And that's the gift that you feel like you've been given. Is you're intuitive. You start to interview them. You start to talk to them, and you can see their gift, and then you have to tell it to them.
Well, also, I have learned over the years that I have a prophetic gift. And I just thought I was creative. But it comes to find out after I started studying, it's a gift that I have from God. Because I can start talking to people and just information will come out and they were like, wow, I didn't think of that. Oh, I didn't think of that. And it's just the Holy Spirit working through me and helping them. Because a lot of times it completely turns their life around because I'm giving them information they had never thought about.
And you probably never thought about until you saw them.
Right.
And that's the prophetic. How do you say that word?
Prophetic.
That's the part of this prophecy.
Yes.
You never thought about it. You start talking to them.
Yes.
And these clear ideas begin to come in
It
your
starts
head.
coming.
And you feel like the Holy Spirit is speaking through you to tell
Yes.
them this stuff. And
Yes.
they are enlightened.
Exactly.
That's it.
You did. Very well. And I just, for years, when I was in corporate, I would always come up with ideas. I mean, they're going to do a campaign. I'm like, well, let's do this and let's do that. And they were like, boy, you're creative. Now I know what it really was.
Oh, yes. What do you think is the most common problem that people have? In another way,
Well, they're always worried about what other people are going to say.
what is up with that?
Who cares what other people say? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. But you gotta be happy with yourself. There are so many people, especially now, since I'm in my 50s, getting ready to go to my 60s, I work with ladies who are in their 50s. And some of them are telling me, I'm just at the point where I'm able to do what I truly want to do.
There's so much freedom in being 50. I wouldn't go back.
So now they're able to really live the life that they've always wanted to live, but now they're giving themselves permission to do it.
So the most common problem is worried about what other people think.
Worried about what other people think, or trying to live up to other people's expectations and not your own.
Yeah, and I think that comes from as far back as parenting, because you were always trying to not get in trouble or to make mom and dad happy with you.
Yes.
So it's very ingrained in us, and so it is a really hard habit to break.
It is. And don't wait till you get 50. Do it earlier, because you miss out on so many opportunities.
Do you, I think I've already asked you what your specialty is on things being able to identify people's strengths and build on them.
Yes.
Do you prefer to work with groups or individuals?
I like working with individuals, but I'm getting to the point, I think, after the first of the year, I'm going to start doing more group or webinars where I can reach more people. Because when you're doing just the one-on-ones, it kind of limits you on your income as well as reaching people.
Right, and you're an entrepreneur. One-on-one is just as time consuming as one-on-100.
Yes,
It takes the same amount of time.
exactly.
Are you internet savvy? Are you
Yes.
technical savvy?
I'm working on some things. I have a podcast that's going to be coming out. And I'm finally getting on YouTube. I've had so many people say, I miss you on radio, and I miss you on TV, and I can still go to the mall and someone like, what, did you used to be on TV? I remember you.
How long ago did you quit?
Well, I didn't quit, Comcast kind of went through some changes. But, it's been years, and people still remember.
That's because you haven't changed. You look like you're 30 years old. I just said that earlier. Yeah. Black don't crack, honey. She's beautiful. I'm telling you, you look the prettiest skin I've ever seen in my life. If you could tell people one thing, what would it be?
To thyself be true. Be true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And I find a lot of women, they lie to themselves.
Do you think it's intentional?
I think it's,
Or you just think they're confused?
I think sometimes they're afraid to tell the truth because they're afraid of people might not like them or might look at them a certain way. But one thing, when I'm married now, and it'd be 10 years that we've been married. And my husband told me, he says, one of the things I love about you, you tell me just how it is. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
I don't have to guess.
He said, I do not have to guess.
Yeah.
And so we started our relationship out that way. And he loves it.
Yeah.
Because he always knows. He said, I know exactly where you're coming from.
Do you do very many men? Do you work with very many men?
Not a lot.
Mostly women.
Mostly women and youth.
How do you stay motivated? How do you motivate yourself?
I'm just glad to be alive. I'm glad to be here. Every day is like, I'm here. So what am I going to do today? I'm just ready. And people take life and death just, well, no, and they say, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I feel good. It's a good day in the neighborhood. I mean, but that's it.
Let's take a break. It's the bottom of the hour. We're going to take phone calls when we come back. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with entrepreneur, life coach, and inspirational speaker, Ms. Arnessa Bennett from the Arnessa Bennett Personal and Professional Development Institute in Norfolk Rock, Arkansas. We'll continue to get recommendations from her on how to live a healthy life and find out we'll find out what she's up to next in her career path. She kind of gets choose her earlier. And we'll be taking calls on KBB at 88.3 FM, Voice of the People, right after this break. Tim will give you the number, so get your questions ready.
You're listening to Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy. If you miss any part of this show and want to learn more about Up in Your Business, go to flagandbanner.com and click on Radio Show. Or you can subscribe to your favorite podcast application. We're everywhere. We'll be right back with the phone number for calling in.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere. Did you hear that? We're everywhere.
Liz told me specifically, I guess last week I said it too creepy. She was like, you said, we're everywhere. Don't do that.
I actually remember that.
Don't scare the
Thinking that the
listener.
first time you said, we're everywhere.
So I made like a edit of it where I lowered my voice and like put echo on it, so it's like, we're everywhere.
Oh my god. Why not?
I don't know, funny.
Yeah, you're a sick man. You're a sick
Mommy, can I
man.
have this water?
Yeah, that's yours. Take it, baby. Take it. Mommy, did y'all hear that on Facebook?
That's your
Live?
baby?
That's my
It's
baby,
tiny.
Arnessa. That's one of mine.
Unjust those.
One of four.
That's not
He's
water.
you're the middle boy. I had 3 boys and 1 girl. He's the middle boy. He just got married a month ago.
Oh, how does that feel?
Awesome.
Good. Very, you sound like my son. Like, I love my wife. I love my
She's the
son.
best.
Good.
When did he get married?
Hmm?
When did he get married?
Oh, see, I got married 10 years. I think he got married about 11 or 12 years
And he's
ago.
still in love with his wife.
Yes.
Alright, we got about
Alright.
15 seconds.
We're going back in.
I'm like, good.
You're listening to Up in Your Business with me, Kerry McCoy. I'm speaking today with Miss Arnessa Bennett, entrepreneur, life coach, and motivational speaker who actually got to speak in Dubai. We're going to find out about that story in just a minute. If you've got a question or think you may have a question, write this number down for calling in.
The number is 501-433-0088.
And if you're shy, you can send an email too.
questions@upyourbusiness.org.
And that's questions with an S at upyourbusiness.org. What's that phone number again, Tim?
501-433-0088.
You know, I used to be a telephone operator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back thousands of years ago, and I'm sorry for people who have to write numbers down real fast, because I got where I can write those numbers down fast, but it takes a little bit of skill. So, Arnessa, you are quite a businesswoman. You had your own TV show, Arnessa and Company. You started your own business, I think,
Years ago.
yeah, like 25 years ago, the Arnessa Bennett Personal and Professional Development Institute. Which came first, the show or?
Well, I started in retail.
Okay.
And one of my jobs as a manager was to do Just for Success workshops.
Oh, Dress for Success, that book, like that book, Dress for Success?
Like similar to that.
You
But it
know.
was the store, you know, they would tell me, and it was to get the clients to come back and keep buying. And when I would do a presentation, not only was I talking about the clothes, but I was talking about the whole thing, you know, the attitude and doing this, doing that.
How old were you?
Oh.
Is this before your baby or after your
It was probably a little after. Probably a little
baby?
after.
So you're in your 20s.
Mm-hmm. In my 20s. And they would call me back like, okay, we want you to come speak to our group. I'm like, y'all want me to talk about clothes again? Like, no, you motivated us. We want you to come back and talk to it. And it was a way for me to make extra money doing speaking and doing these workshops and seminars. And it just kind of snowballed. Then I got an opportunity to be on television. And
How did that happen?
I was on someone's show, like today, and they're like, oh, you do a great job. Why don't you see about doing a show? I'm like, okay.
This is cable.
Cable. And I put together a proposal of how my show would go, and they accepted it.
And it's called Arnessa.
Arnessa and Company.
And who was the company?
Well, it was just different people. It was business people. If there was a special event that came to Arkansas, I would have them on the show. It was a variety.
How long was it?
About 19 years.
And how long was the segment? 30 minutes? 15
30 minutes. Mhm.
So for 30 minutes, you would talk with one person on your show on cable.
Right. And then I would give some motivational tips and that kind of stuff.
Was it once a week?
Once a week. Mm-hmm. Well, I think toward the end it was like bi-weekly. It used to be once a week, then they changed it to bi-weekly.
Then changed hands.
Yeah.
Comcast went historic, cable, I think. or
Yeah, they
something.
went through a lot of different changes.
Was it hard to prepare for that?
No, because it was something that I enjoyed because I love people. I love to hear stories. You know, they would tell their story and how they, because it ended up being, they would tell how their life started, maybe some things weren't going too well, and then how things happened and now they're doing what they're doing. So it was like a good story to tell people that no matter where you are, stay focused, you know, keep doing what you're doing, and you know, you can have success.
Kind of like the show.
Yes.
And it does seem like a lot of really successful people have a lot of strife in their life.
Oh yeah. I think that's what makes you strong.
And makes you unafraid to take chances.
Right.
Or chances.
Right.
And change and all of that. So, you did that show. Was it just you?
Just
Just you, and you put together the whole show, and then
Everything.
Comcast gave you Comcast gave you
I would just come in with my girls and the cameraman, they would, but everything would be mine. I would do my little backdrop and have my little name and everything.
So then, during this time, you decided you put together the Arnessa Development Institute.
Well, no, that didn't come until, this is what I'm doing now, the Development Institute is a nonprofit. This came years later. You know, when toward the middle of my 50s, I said, I'm gonna start doing things a little different. I'm gonna do a nonprofit where I can, you know, do my stuff and just, it's more of, it's taking care of my living, but it's more of helping people.
But you've been helping people for 25 years, so was it not under the name of this institute?
No, it was, at one time it was our Arnessa Presents, because I would be doing the workshops.
Oh,
And
I
all of that was, you know, for profit.
So they would be like seminars, and people would come and spend the night maybe
Well-
in a convention center?
Well, most of the time I would be going to them
Okay.
and doing a workshop.
So they'd have a trade show, and they'd
Mhm.
hire you to come to the trade
Yes.
show and do a workshop an
Mhm.
hour or two. on
Seminar, keynote speaking, just any type of different little workshops, seminars, that type of thing.
That's
Along with me doing my other
And then you had your show at the same time,
Mhm.
and now your show's not. They canceled your show.
Mhm.
You're still doing your inspirational speaking.
Yes.
So you decided to stop that and start a nonprofit?
Yes,
Or
because now everything comes through my nonprofit.
Everything.
Everything.
And why a nonprofit?
To me, it's less headache, but all of to me, it fits better.
And how can that be a nonprofit?
How can it be?
Yeah, you have to have certain guidelines to be a nonprofit.
Right.
What was the criteria that you applied under that said, like on Dreamland Ballroom's a nonprofit, and I had to say why it was eligible for grants.
Okay. When I go and ask someone to sponsor an event, the first thing they're going to say is, "Are you a nonprofit?" And now I can say yes.
So they would tell.
They get a tax deduction. And when I was just doing it the regular way, it was like, well, you're not a nonprofit, so, you know, we just can't,
Usually speakers and stuff are nonprofits.
Mhm.
I did not realize that about that business model, that they were often nonprofits.
People are more, they will do more when it's a nonprofit because of that write-off.
I didn't know that. So some of the seminars that you hold are Your Life Movie Seminar.
And let me tell you why I got to
Okay.
everyone, it's like your life is a movie. You just don't have the cameras following you. And in your movie, it's your home. That's your set. You decorate your set. You have your wardrobe. And you are the star of your life. And there are so many women I meet, they're afraid to be the star of their life. And I'm like, I don't understand. You could fire people that are not doing the right thing in your movie. You could bring people in. You have your leading man if you're a woman. And when I start looking at my life that way, things start changing for me. So I'm like, if it changed for me, it can change for anybody.
That's a wonderful analogy of the way to live your life. When you fire people.
Yes.
You can make your own set.
Exactly. And you should see
Never
my
thought
set.
about that.
My home, like, it's girly. And my husband has his man cave. But my home is like a bed of breakfast. I mean, you have, everything that I do is like a television set. Like if you were looking at, I have my one guilty pleasure, which is Young and the Restless. And I look at how they have everything set, and that's how I kind of decorate my home.
After the young person.
They have some beautiful scenery in that. And when I'm the kind of person, when I look at a show, I'm not really paying attention to what they're saying. I'm looking at how they have that picture, how they have the things set on the buffet, and how what the dishes look like when they go to the restaurant.
I get it. I so get it. I have a friend who watches the Kardashians for that very reason. I don't get that one, but I get it. That's really a great analogy. I love that. You also have another seminar, Women Attracting Yearly Success, and you call it Waves.
Yes.
What's that one?
And that's just more kind of like business. Women, you have to decide what you want. And I believe that when you speak the affirmations, when you speak things out, it comes back to you. When you let people know what you want to do, just like Dubai. That was on my vision board. When I first found out about this wonderful city and the architecture and everything, I'm like, one of these days I want to go there.
Really? You were intrigued by Dubai before you ever got to go.
Oh my God. I mean, I would, anytime there was any kind of documentary or a book or something about Dubai, the wealth, it just stood out to me. So
You put up your picture.
I put it up out there and I said, God, so one of these days I want to go to Dubai.
Started making your affirmations.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but I want to go.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to happen either. How did it happen?
Years later, I have a life coach.
Oh.
And she said, I would like you to be a part of a masterminds group. I'm like, sure. And she says, but you don't even know where it's going to be. I said, well, if you want me to be a part of it, I'm there. And she lives in St. Louis, so I figured it's probably going to be in St. Louis. She says, it's going to be in Dubai. And I'm like, you don't understand. I've always wanted to go there. And when we went, it was first class all the way.
What did you speak?
I talked about, everybody that was there talked about what their niche was. Mine was your life movie. Because I believe that everybody, like we said, has a movement. And so I talked about start incorporating things in your life. Make sure they're what you want. Because we have a lot of people who have stuff in their life and they're not happy. I mean, they're complaining. If it's not working, get rid of it.
Fire them off yourself.
Yes. So
You gave that seminar. How long did you speak?
I think it was like 20 minutes. But the wonderful thing about it, the people that were there, we had an opportunity to network with each other. These are people that are millionaires. They were from all different parts of the world. But we were able to bond and share strategies on how they got to that point and the lifestyle, and I tell you, just being in that environment and the people there calling you Madame, would you like some more cream in your coffee? I'm like, yes. I mean, it was like you just feel wealthy being around. I mean, even going into the buildings, you would smell perfume. Because you're in the middle of the desert, people are going to sweat. So they pipe fragrance through the air conditioning system. So you smell like, ooh, what is that perfume? I want to smell it. And it's the aroma coming through the air conditioning. When you go on their subway, when you think of subway, you think of New York, dirty. The marble floor is spotless in the subway. No trash, clean, beautiful. It's just, it's like a little heaven.
And you are all speaking the same language because you're all just human to human each other over
Yes.
quick break to tell everybody you're listening to Up in Your Business with me, Kerry McCoy, and I'm speaking today with Ms. Arnessa Bennett, entrepreneur, life coach, and motivational speaker. I saw on your website a lot about your Instagram. What is your Instagram? How do people get in touch with you?
Arnessa Bennett on Instagram and also the Southern Heiress.
The Southern Heiress. We'll put all that information on Arkansas Flag and Banner too. You are so welcome. And I couldn't see how to sign up for any of your seminars.
Oh, I do the one-on-one. It's one-on-one. I think on the website it's one-on-one coaching.
Yeah, is there a way to get in touch with you
Mm-hmm.
on the website?
I'm on every page. It has a telephone number.
Oh, well, you know, I am dyslexic. I'm so busy reading about you, I guess I missed that part. So it's all on your website,
Yes.
which is Arnessa Bennett,
Just Arnessa Bennett.
which is two T's
No,
or Bennett.
no, it's not even Bennett. It's just Arnessa.com. ARNESSA.com.
That is priceless.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
on the
thank
show.
you. Of my own.
Oh, you are launching a new podcast talk show, Your Life Movie with Arnessa Bennett,
Yes.
on a YouTube channel.
Well,
Tell me about that.
it's going to be a podcast, and what I'm going to do is let people tell their stories. And they're going to tell things that happened that brought them to where they are now. Just like I did when I was doing the show.
I want to do a TV show with you.
I would love
I think it
that.
should be Arnessa and Kerry.
So, oh, it could be Kerry or this. I don't
I
care.
don't care. I think that would be fun. Because you and I have a lot of
We
the
do.
same,
We
we're
have
kind of
energy.
kindred souls
Yes.
together. Everything you say, I'm over here, people can't see it, but I'm like, unless you're on Facebook, I'm over here going, yes,
I would love
yes.
that.
I would too. So I'm going to watch your YouTube, Your Life Movie with Arnessa Bennett. It's
Now,
hard to get a YouTube
the
channel.
YouTube, that's not hard. It's really easy. Okay, YouTube is going to be more kind of like workshopish, where I'll give them some information, and what they can do is kind of work on themselves. So a lot of times women that do the one-on-one coaching, you know, it's things they want to change. So I'm going to be giving little tips, then they can change some things. It'll be,
Tam, what's that you call when you talk to the people on YouTube?
Oh, do you mean the super chats?
You gonna do super chats?
I don't know.
I think-
Tell us what super chats are.
If you have like a certain amount of subscribers and watch hours, essentially people can pay to have the live chat. Like they'll have like a box around
I've seen
and
that.
yeah.
They can talk straight to you during your teaching,
Oh, well, I'll have to find out more about that.
but you've got to have a certain number of subscribers, and that's what I feel like is hard to get on YouTube. Is you got, but you've got a lot of. Go ahead.
Well, what I was thinking, once I do this is going to give them an idea of some of the coaching. So then maybe later on I can have something like a webinar where I can have someone, I could talk to them and they can sign up for it. But I think once I get it out there so they can see some of the things that I do, that's going to help.
Yeah, you just got to be everywhere now.
Yeah, you really
You
do.
really do. You got a lot of followers on Instagram.
Yeah. And Facebook.
Adrian follows you, the girl that's going to share what she
Oh,
loves you.
Wow.
What's your next seminar? When is it for you?
I don't even have a plan yet. I have some trips that are planned, but right now I'm in the process of kind of regrouping and retooling some things.
So if somebody wanted to hire you to come in and talk as a keynote speaker or just a seminar or a trade show, how do they get in touch with you?
They can call me at 501-993-2567, or they can go to my website, arnessa.com, and they have a little part where they can get in touch with me.
They can just hire you to come in there and be a motivational speaker. I wonder why you're not afraid to go and speak in front of people like that.
Well, you know what? When I was a little kid, I was. I can remember Sunday school, and when you have to get up and say how much the classes collected that morning, I would be petrified. But someone saw something in me, and they made me keep doing it. and keep doing it, and I got better and better. And then I think I found my confidence. And I think a lot of times we have to do things until our confidence comes up.
And that's a lot of what life coaching is just giving people the confidence that they need. If you could tell our listeners one thing, what would it be?
Write things down, make lists. Each day, have a list of things that are intentional that you want to do. And if you don't get finished that day, you'll have the rest of that week. But I think a lot of people, the first thing I do once I decide I'm going to coach you, I ask you, do you have a planner? It could be a day planner, it could just be a journal, but you have to write things down.
And you ask them if they're ready to do the work.
You have to ready to do the work.
And you said most people say no.
Well, it's just like this. A lot of people say, I want to get married. But when you start explaining things to them, it's not just a wedding. I think a lot of people, when they think of marriage, oh, we're going to have this kind of wedding. They can be so detailed about the wedding. But marriage is a totally different thing than a marriage. Than a wedding.
Yes, that's when you get into get more you want to do the work. Who do you think influenced you the most and inspired you?
Well, when I was a little girl and I watched TV, there was a lady named Kerry. She had a show called Julia. When I saw that TV show at age, I think it was like 7 or 8, something just awakened in me. And I was like, she is so beautiful. When I grow up, I'm going to wear makeup, I'm going to have my hair done, and I'm going to live in this apartment. And I ended up having a little boy. She had a little boy. But it's like, that person, and even through the years I followed her career, it's like, I wanted to be that glam lady. Some people want to be sexy. I'm more of the glam. I like the glam and the classic, elegant. Those are the things I like.
What do you want your legacy?
I want my legacy to be that I was always trying to help people be their best as far as personal development and business. I was always there to share information that I learned. When I learned something, I want to share it. And that's the way I've always been. My cousins tell me, you always motivate us. You are always sharing. I was that little girl that had to write. I would not talk because I was always talking.
How many times have you read, I will not talk?
Hundreds and hundreds of times.
Give me one word to sum you up.
Enthusiastic.
You are, and glamorous. You are
Thank
glamorous.
you.
Thank you so much for coming on this. I
Thank
really
you
enjoyed
for
it.
asking me.
You're welcome. I have to get for you.
Oh,
It's a Tim Dodd.
I
Thank
love
you,
this.
Tim. And I bet it's something you don't have. If I had a flag of Dubai at the office, I would put it in here. But there's your desk set. Your
Yes, I
husband.
need this.
Yes, U.S. and Arkansas desk set.
I love it.
I wish I had. I can't believe we don't have a small desk that are Dubai. Really, truly.
I'll look into that.
Well, I will be going back. That's another thing I put out there. I was there for 10 days, and it was spectacular. I felt like, I feel like this. They made me feel like how I know I'm supposed to be treated. So I definitely will be going back.
You believe in dreams?
Oh, yes, and a lot of my dreams have come true. A lot.
I'm talking about sleeping dreams. You're talking about daytime dreams or sleeping dreams?
I have dreams, and I dream in color. A lot of people don't. When I dream in color. I can smell, I can taste. It's like real life. My mother, it used to always trip her out when I would tell her about my dreams. She's like, you did all that in your dreams?
Do you keep a dream journal?
No.
Do you tell your people?
No. No, and that's just something that's what they're wanting to do. It's usually what I do when I coach. I ask them, what is it that you want to achieve? And they tell me what they want to achieve. And then we strategically put things in place that they have to do. That's why I say you have to be ready to do the work. Because when I start telling them, in order for you to do this, you need to do this, 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 and this, some people will do it, some will not.
I've never known a life coach to have a life. You've had a
Oh,
life.
yes. Well, I have several life coaches. on different areas. I have a spiritual life coach, and then I have a business life coach.
I think I need a life coach. You know,
I sure will.
I really do think I need. Of course, all my employees are my life coaches. They tell me everything I should or shouldn't be doing. Don't you, Tim?
Some of us
And plus,
do.
they help you achieve your goal.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they really do. They hold me very accountable. Who's my guest next week?
Next week is going to be one I'm excited about. I don't know if you know this about me, Kerry, but I have a passion for outlaw old school country, and this guy played with Waylon and Willie and the boys.
Ooh.
This is going to be Bo Renfro? I think that's it.
Bo Renfro.
Yes.
He is a rockabilly. I didn't know that about you. I thought you liked that.
My big musical passion is Korean pop music, but I do love outlaw old school country a lot.
You're going to like it. He's in the Arkansas Music Hall of Fame. He's retired at Heber Springs, and he's now driving a bus for the grade school.
Oh, wow.
I know, he's a character. He's a real character. I'm excited to have him on the show. If you have a great entrepreneurial story you would like to share, I would love to hear from you. Send a brief bio and your contact info too.
Questions at upyourbusiness.org.
And finally, to our listeners, thank you for spending time with me. If you think this program has been about you, you're right. But it's also been for me. Thank you for letting me fulfill my destiny. My hope today is that you've heard or learned something that's been inspiring on why you commit it. Whatever it is, it will help you up your business, your independence, or your life. I'm Kerry McCoy, and I'll see you next time on Up in Your Business. Until then, be great. Keep it up.
You've been listening to Up in Your Business with Kerry McCoy, a production of flagandbanner.com. If you'd like to hear this program again, next week a podcast will be made available online with links to resources you heard discussed on this show. Kerry's goal? To help you live the American dream.
Are we still on Facebook?
Yeah.
Facebook, thank you, Arnessa. It was so good. I really do want a life coach.
Okay.
I really do. I got some goals, girl.
You're doing some things, Karen.
I know, but it's
Say
kind of
bye.
crazy. Look, say, oh, come here. Wait, Facebook, before you leave. Daughter Megan.
Oh.
Megan, this is Arnessa.
Hi, nice to meet
You
you.
are beautiful.
I love your
told you,
mother.
she's absolutely beautiful.
Oh my
All right,
God.
say goodbye to Facebook. Bye,
There
y'all.
we go.